Okay, so it's after the show time. Welcome to Backstage with Raw Talk, girlfriend Peggy and me, Miss B. It's the after show party, if you will. So we had a very interesting night tonight with the ladies, Rita and Xavier, and I learned some things about myself I didn't feel like learning.
Well, that's why we do these things. We trying to get our work put in. We're trying to do the work.
Yes,
Gotta have
yes,
some
we are.
information, some knowledge to help you move along to get through the process of doing the work.
And they brought it tonight. They did. But you
They
know,
did.
Raw Talk is a relationship show, and there are all types of relationships. Of course, there are interpersonal relationships and love relationships, and we've been focusing a lot on that here, for our first season of Raw Talk. But girlfriend Peggy, you brought up a good point about our relationship in the community, specifically with the police. So expound on that.
Yes, I thought it would be interesting for us to do a poll so we could do an open discussion about the comfortability of the community at this time with with the police at large. How do they feel driving around the city of Orlando specifically? Do they feel on a scale of 1 to 10? We want to know, with zero being the least bit comfortable and 10 being most comfortable, where do you feel being stopped by the police? Do you feel endangered? Are you fearful? Do you feel afraid when you know a police is next to you or behind you? Because I've been stopped a few times. The type
Yeah.
of car that I drive with 22s kind of attract, I believe, suspicion from the police that warrant to pull me over and see who's driving the car or whatever. Never had a bad experience. I've always been calm and cool, but that's not my experience. It's not everybody's experience. So we want to gauge how the community feels. Want to see if we
Most
can get some
definitely. And
conversation.
whether you are whether you're in Orlando like Peggy, or in Atlanta like myself, or in some other city, there's got to be some underlying feeling about how everybody responds when they're stopped by a police officer and how they feel about it. Um, and especially with the George Floyd trial, being a prominent news issue right now, and things of that nature, we can't help but remember how many people have lost their lives as a result of an innocent or incorrect or out of control meeting with a police officer. And in an instant, in the blink of an eye, you can go from living your life and minding your business to being dead if you run into the wrong police officer. So we're going to be talking about that. We'll post the survey, and we can't wait to hear what your number is. Where do you feel on that scale, 0 to 10? 0 being not comfortable at all, and 10 being the most comfortable ever. Because we have to realize, at least for us, at our age, that things have changed. We grew up being taught that the police officer was your friend. And if you were in trouble, you needed to get to a police station, or you needed to find a police officer, or once the police showed up, everything was going to be all right for you. And that is just so much not the case, at least not anymore. If it ever was, it certainly isn't anymore. So that's good, girlfriend Peggy. We'll pose that question and see what folks have to say, and then make sure you join us next Wednesday, April the 14th, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, on Facebook and on YouTube for the next Raw Talk Live. Thanks, girlfriend Peggy.
Thanks, girlfriend Lizzie Brewington.
You're so funny.